This conference will now be recorded.
Last class, we have been talking about action overrides. We have seen that we can go ahead and control a client-side controller of a child component from a parent. Whenever there is a parent-child relationship, parent can control as well as pass an attribute from parent to child inheritance property using action override. Right? Today, we are going to move to the next topic. This is what we did yesterday. Today, we are going to do the next topic called lightning interface. Lightning interface. Lightning interface. People were able to do the homework, the one which I gave yesterday using an action override. I gave a homework of account creation from the parent. I have the input field. As soon as I click on submit, it has to be displayed in the child, as well as it has to display with the ID. That means the child has to contact either an LDS or it has to call a server-side controller and get the data. Did you guys try it to create using action overrides?
I tried, but still I'm not able to get the ID. I used LDS. Is it fine if I use the save method in the
Server-side controller?
Yeah, ARA method.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I tried.
Yesterday we tried. We also tried, but we can't unable to get the result.
What you're not able to get? Just don't give me generic answers. What you didn't got? Which piece you didn't got?
LDS programming.
Why LDS programming has a problem? Don't we know how to?
Actually,
how
yesterday
to
we
use save record using LDS?
I sent a mail, sir.
Sorry?
With my code.
Okay, I will check that.
I use save method. It is coming success, but it's showing that I'm not getting the record ID. It's showing as object.
So the record is getting created, right?
It's showing success,
Did
but
you
I'm
check?
not seeing the record in the account as well.
You're not able to see that in the account.
Yeah, but it's showing status as successful.
Which status is
96?
Oh, what's 96? Sorry. Which status success? There are two status. One is the one is the NQ status, right? Function NQ status. So that so that means the starting status is that the system is able to contact, and still you're not able to see.
Right.
CRM 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Sir, again it is 97.
What I'm doing?
LT9.
LT96. Wait, let it come. LT96 password CRM 1234 hash. Okay, do one thing. Try with server-side controller. You know how to get the return ID. I've been showing you a lot of examples. Okay, don't use LDS. I will do the LDS part for you. Done. Can you do with a server-side controller? Go and write an Apex class.
Sure, Rupa.
Right? Then it should be easy. Creating an account, creating a record, we have been doing so many times. We created contact, we created using server-side controller, right? Insert ACC, then return result equals to acc.id. If it's error, return result equals to error.
Yep, I'll try server. Yep, sure.
Others, try these all. Right? I'm giving you these homeworks for you to go ahead and try and make it success. Go to the LDS class, check in the LDS class, how did we created an account or a contact, right? Same thing you'll follow here. There is nothing rocket science, right? If you have followed the LDS class programming based approach where we are creating an account, we should be able to do that, right? Once the data is passed, we should be able to go ahead and create those accounts, right?
Sir, if you don't mind, can you show in Visual Studio?
What? Visual Code?
Yeah, Visual.
Fine then. So do you want to create today something in Visual Code then? I don't mind. I don't have any problem. Do this homework first. I don't mind showing it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Unless until you try your level best, just not once, twice. When you're not have anything, then only I'll come in picture as to rescue. First, you have to beat your head around. Try with server-side controller, the same homework that I gave you. Don't try with LDS if you are not getting it. Actually, LDS is most easiest. That's the reason I was saying that I'll do with LDS. Server side is also easy. You know that there are 4 steps, right? That's it. So invoke, pass the parameter. First, get the method, pass the parameter, invoke, enqueue, right? So today somebody has requested, right? Let's go ahead and do in right Visual Code. Chalo, let's find them. Complete. Tathastu. We will do in Visual Code, right? First, let's understand the concept, and then we will do the development in a Visual Code environment. Then we will do the in a Visual Code environment, right? So today we'll talk about the next concept called as Lightning interface. Lightning interface. Lightning interface. What is a Lightning interface, right? What is a Lightning interface? What is a Lightning interface? An interface, right? Lightning interface is an interface which stores common information and can be shared by all the other components, right? What is a Lightning interface? Lightning interface. What is a Lightning interface? Lightning interface is nothing but it is, right, a Lightning component where common resources can be shared with other components implementing the interface. Implementing the interface. Now, let's understand. What do you mean by that? Let's assume that there is an object called as passenger. In that object, there are 100 fields. 100 fields. 100 fields. Now, right, I'm creating 5 components. In all the 5 components, I want to access those fields. What will you do? In each component, will you write at 100 attributes? In one component, you have to say, right, attribute name, passenger name, type this, attribute phone, type phone, attribute X, type string, attribute Y, type decimal, attribute this, type. Every component, will you create 100, 100, 100, 100, 100? I want to have 3 components with a 3 input form, right? I want to play with those attributes. Now, right, definitely in each component, I have to write some aura attribute to include what? To include those fields, to store the value. For example, the name, employee name. I'm creating an attribute called name. Whatever you are entering in the employee name, I'm storing in that attribute. Phone, I'm creating an attribute called phone. City, I'm creating an attribute called a city or attribute. Suppose there are 100 attributes, 5 components. Will you create? They're also name, name, name. Why should I create 5 components, 5 attributes with the same name? Why can't I reuse? I create an attribute and I call it and I use it directly without declaring it. These type of features can be done using Lightning interface. These type of features are done using what? Lightning interface, right? Write down Those who are taking notes, please take a note. Lightning interface defines right? Lightning interface defines a component, shape, or a structure. Lightning interface defines a component, shape, or structure by defining attributes, events, or method that by defining attributes, events, or methods defining attribute, events, or method that may that that any sorry not may that any implementing component contains that any implementing component contains, right? In single sentence, any common implementing elements of a component we can put in interface. Any common elements of a component we can put in interface, right? Lightning interface supports three elements. Number one, aura attribute. Number two, aura register event. Number three, aura method. In single word, Lightning interface supports attributes, events, and method. Lightning interface supports attribute, events, and methods. Next, a Lightning interface should start with a keyword called as interface. Should start with a keyword called as interface. Should start with a keyword called as interface. Right? Should start with a keyword called as interface. So, what is a Lightning interface? Common elements of a component stored in a component called as interface. It's also a type of component, but it is called as interface component. What does this interface component contains? Common elements. What are those common elements? It can be attribute, it can be event, it can be common methods. Methods which is common to all the component. I can declare, right? I can declare one common method and I can use it for 10 components. I can declare one event, right? And I will rather than, right? Rather than registering a event in a child for firing, I can put in the common and everyone can fire. Why one should fire? Let everyone fires and everyone handle. Everyone can fire the event and everyone can handle the event. So in such case, whenever you want a common features, we put them in Lightning interface. First, let us see in our traditional way. I log into my Salesforce. I click on my developer console, right? Developer console, how to create. First, I will show interface with attribute. There are three: interface with attribute, interface with event, interface with method. Now let us see this. I'm closing whatever is open here. File, new, Lightning interface. File, new, Lightning interface. File, new, Lightning interface. Click on Lightning interface, LI underscore 1006 underscore eg1 underscore. What is that? I will say interf, interface with attribute. Control C, submit. Interface with attribute. I close it. Always an interface is aura interface. Whenever you come to interface, you will have aura, right? Aura interface. This is what I created, lightning interface. Inside that, already there is an attribute. You can see that name equals to employee name, empname name, right? Type string. I'm removing the default value for this. Now, one more I'm creating. Control C. An interface with an attribute. Age. Type is what? Integer. Default equals to how much? I will say default equals to 35. An interface containing two attributes, right? Description, you can write anything, right? E.g. example of interface template with two attributes. Right? With two attributes. Control S. With two attributes. I created an interface. Now, what I will do? I will create a component as usual. File, new, lightning component. Lightning component. Right? I'm creating LC. Lightning component, right? Example 1. Right? I will say LC, right? Underscore example 1 underscore 1 first component. Control C, submit. So I created an interface. Now I created a component. In this component, I want to capture the name and age. Why should I declare an attribute here? No, I will directly go ahead and I will say what implements 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 what? C colon, whatever the interface that you created. Oh, sorry. What if the interface that you created? C colon, the interface name. Automatically inside the interface there are two attributes. I can directly put those two attributes here. Lightning card. Lightning card. Title. What is the title? Title equals to interface EG example. Right? I will say name. I can say name. Name equals to what? Exclamation V dot. V dot what? V dot employee name. In my component, there is any attribute called EMP name? No. But you can say that I can use it. Then I will say age. I will use exclamation V dot. V dot. What is that? V dot age. See, I'm not declaring any attribute in my page. I am not declaring any attribute in my page. Did I declare any aura attribute? Where is employee name is coming? Because that is there in the interface. That is there in the interface. And that interface, what we are doing? Under the else, right? Interface. And that interface, I'm implementing to a component. I'm implementing in a component. In a component, there is no attribute defined called employee name, employee age, but I can use it because I'm implementing the interface. If I implement this interface, I call the interface, all the element inside the interface is accessible to this component now. Control S, file, new, lightning application, LA underscore, I say LA, LI, LC, LA, LA, extends, force, SLDS, C colon, C colon, C colon what? The one which I just created. Wherever I implemented the interface, Control S. I go ahead and preview. Name is blank. On the screen, blank will come. Age was 35. Automatically, the 35 is coming. Because in the interface, I created an attribute called as age and I've set it default to 35. See, that means all the, if I have 100 attributes, I will declare 100 attributes here like this. 100 attributes. What is that? DOB. What is that? It is what? Date. Date. Right? I'm removing all defaults. Oh, right. Next. Phone. Type is what? Phone. Email. Type is what? Email. If there are 100 attributes, I can define them in interface. Those attributes, I can use it here. Not compulsory that if there are 100, you have to use all the 100. Whichever I want, I can use. I can go ahead, right? And I can say lightning input. Let's go ahead and create one more component, implementing the same interface. But this time, I will not go ahead and click on File, New Component. Somebody wished, one of your team member wished to create in Microsoft Visual Code. Let me do that. File, Microsoft Visual Code. It's already installed in my system. VIS Visual Code. File, Microsoft Visual Code. Right, I'm opening a Visual Code. Actually, this is a part of Lightning class, but anyhow, somebody has wished it. So I don't want to say that you learn in Lightning. Fine then. Chalo. Don't save. Few places you'll not understand because I don't want to go deep down in the Visual Code now. Right? So file, I say close the folder. I'm closing a folder. Under my C drive, under LT96, I'm creating a folder called as, right, Visual Force Project, VF, Visual MS, Microsoft Visual Code, right, PROJ project underscore or 96, LT96. This is my project folder. All the programs will be deployed and are stored in this folder. File, open a folder. I'm opening a folder. C drive, under C drive, 96. This is the folder that I just created. MS Visual Code Projects LT96. Select folder. Right? Select folder. Wait. System is creating a folder. just see how to create, right? Folder, a project, right? Folder. Inside the folder, I'll create a project. Control Shift P, create a project. What is that? I said set Control Shift P and I selected create project. Right inside the folder, I have to create a Visual Code project. Part of your Lightning class, but somebody asked, so I'm showing it right now. How to install, how to do all these things is a part of your Lightning classes. Visual Code tool, right? So let's look on it. It takes time, so you have to wait, right? So let's wait. Control Shift P, create project. Create project, right? I'm waiting, right? Control Shift, right? Control Shift P, SFDX, create project. If not, then I will run a console command to create a project, right? Let's see, it should be working. It takes time, guys. First time when you're creating a project, right? Close, let me once again open it. Visual Code, Microsoft Visual Code, Visual Code, Visual Studio Code, right? Wait, let it load. Control Shift P, create project. It's not responding. It's not responding. Let me do one thing. Let me open a project, any existing project. What project, right? Let me open Lightning Development 92, one project. I'm opening a project, right? It's not creating a project, so fine, no issues, right? If it's creating a project, we will see what to do because there are a lot of other setups I have to do. I don't want to go and spend the time on setups now. Let's assume that there is a project called as L292. Same way, create project. Now I'm in this project, L292. Control Shift P, right? Control Shift P, SFDX, right? So under the aura, okay, see that I've created some lightning components, same thing. Control Shift P, right? What happened? Looks like my SFDX, my Salesforce command line is not calling up. CMD and right, SFDX. Let me check my SFDX is working or not. Perfectly fine, right? This all environment you have to set up before we go into start doing a visual code. And these are part of your LWC classes, right? The first LWC class will be how to create this SFDX environment. See, it's taking time. My SFDX itself is not responding. That was the reason that I was not able to create a project. So it's blinking. That means I have to download an SFDX again. Right? I have to download an SFDX again. See, it's blinking. It's not even giving me the status. It's trying to find where is SFDX. Other than waiting, there is no other option unless until it gives me an error, right? Saying that what SFDX it has not found, what is the error, then I have to resolve it, or else I have to wait like this, right? Same process. The way you creating a lightning component through a developer console, you can create a lightning component from a visual code. It's the same process.
What
It's
is
the
the
same
benefit of
process.
exploration?
Here, the benefit is that your lightning component will be stored in the local machine. Whatever the lightning component we are creating from the developer console, where it's stored in the Salesforce server, force.com. But now this all will be available in my local machine or in my see. Oh, finally it ran. See, it's running. It's taking time. Responding slow. See, it's slowly coming. Wow, there we go. See how much time it took to run this command. Finally, I'm back to my prompt. SF, oh sorry, SFDX UPDAT update. That is the reason I was not willing to come here, because this will waste the time. I have to update the environment because last LWC class that I took was last month, right? So now see that there's no other option. I have to wait till the time the whole SFDX commands get updated. Then only this visual code will work. Otherwise it will not work. That is the reason whenever I'm writing create project, it's taking time. Okay, see, it's responding very slowly. Updating CLI. The new version is what? I have
Sir,
7.58. Yes, tell me.
sir, it is to give the suggestion also while we are coding, like
No,
visuals,
it will not give. No,
Microsoft
it will
Visual
not give
Studio.
you. No, it will not give. It will not give. See, no advantage. Only advantage is that the program will be saved locally in a shared server. From there, everyone can connect. Finally, when the program is ready, you can push it to the Salesforce. Push to the Salesforce. If you don't like, you create 100 components, but you'll push only 10 components finally, right? That's the only thing. You can have a project locally, right? I have to wait, guys, till it downloads 29.2 MB, and then it installs the update. I have to wait. Okay, let it do. Let's not waste the time because it will take at least another 10 minutes if I'm not wrong. It's in 11.4. It's updating slowly. 11.56. Another 5 to 10 minutes it will take. So let it do its work. Let's come back. Yeah, right. So what is an interface? In an interface, I can have a lot of attributes. And what I can do, I can use those attributes in any component which is implementing this interface. I can have one more card, you can say that. Lightning card. lightning card. I will say title equals to what? Title equals to employee details, right? I will say lightning input, label. Label is what? Employee name, value. Value equals to what? Exclamation v dot employee name. See, control C. In my component, I'm not describing employee phone, v dot phone. Employee date of birth, v dot dob. Employee email, v dot employee email. See, control S, right? What happened? Invalid aura, control control S, LC, invalid aura attribute type phone. Type phone is invalid, right? Employee phone, okay, let it be string. Control S, I didn't save that. What happened? Type email source or attribute type email source, right? It's giving all v dot email. Don't we have a type called email? We do have it, right? Email, control S, invalid or attribute type email. Okay, thank you. Let me take the string, everything in string only, not a problem. Control S, okay, right? Now you can see email is also a string, let it be. See, I don't have any one of these attributes in my component, but I'm using it because these are stored where? In the attribute. Now when I go ahead and I click on update preview, you can see that, right? Name, employee name, Rupam. As I'm typing, it's coming there. See that? RUPOMCHAKRABURTY. I'm typing, it's coming there automatically because the attribute is getting assigned, right? Phone number 777777. Date of birth, right? Date of birth, what is that? 17 November, right? 1984. Done. Employee email, Rupam @of97, Rupam @rupam.com. See, same thing. There's nothing. The only difference is that what I'm doing, my attributes are not on the local component. Any component, I can create one more component, new lightning component. What is that? Right? I will say _2. Every component which is implementing, every component which will be implementing this interface can get access to the attributes because I've created an interface with attribute. I've created an interface with an attribute. Here, light aura component. What I will do? Implements. In the 2 also, I'm implementing. Control S. Can more than one component implement same lighting interface? Yes. How many? N. You can create N components. You can create N components. Still downloading 23 MB. You can create N components and N components can implement one interface. That means whatever is there inside the interface will be now accessible in the second component also. second component also, second component also. Now let's assume in the second component also I'm copying the same thing. In the second component also I'm copying the same thing. Second component also I'm copying the same thing. Let's assume, oh, second component also I'm copying the same thing. Control S. Both the component I'm placing in the same application. C colon, right? C colon. What is this? My application, where is second one? Control S. I go ahead and I click on update preview. Right here, I enter Rupam. You see that one, finally there's a one attribute, but two people are using it. Two component is using. Component one, I said employment Rupam. In component, right, two, I'm saying Ravi. Not conflicting. Not conflicting. Same attribute is been referred by two components. Same attribute has been referred by two components. V dot name, V dot name. Here the V dot name has Rupam, there the V dot name has Ravi. If I type Ravi, it is not reflecting in component one. Component one data is not conflict with component two. See individual. Can you see individual? Finally, both the components are implementing, calling the same attribute called EMP name. Here I am saying EMP name. I'm entering Ravi. In a component 2, that's also referring to same field EMP name. I'm entering Rupam. That means finally in the attribute, what is stored? Rupam and Ravi. Two data is stored in a single attribute at a time. That means system is instantiating it. It is creating as a new component is coming up, system is creating a new memory location. If I put a third component, same attribute location, but it is creating a different location for it. See, if I type Rupam here, it's not interfering. I should be able to see Rupam here also in the component 2, because finally it's going to the same attribute. No, no. See, this is the advantage. That means if you define an attribute, components will not conflict with each other. Component will not conflict with each other. So that means if an attribute has been assigned a data, if some other component using the same attribute, this data will be visible in that component. No, no, right? No. Anything which is common, I'll put it here. If there are 100 fields inside the interface, I will put those 100 fields. Then I will directly use them in my component without declaring the attributes like this. Here there in the second component, I don't want, if I don't want to use something, I will not use. Control S. It's not compulsory that whatever the elements that has been put in the interface has to be compulsory used, right? It's not compulsory. But if you do the same thing, if you have attended my development class of interface consists of methods. If you are implementing an interface in Apex, then all the method inside the interface is mandate. You create interface, you create a class, implements the interface. In the interface, if there are two methods called chatting, method called as shopping, method called as transportation, three method, all the three is compulsory. That means whatever is there in the interface is compulsory in Apex, but in Lightning, no. In interface, I have how many? 5 fields. I have 5 fields. It's not that every component has to use 5 fields. No, component 2 is using only 2 fields out of it. That's another difference. In Apex, whatever is there inside the interface, whoever is implementing has to use all. But in Lightning, right, whatever the elements there inside interface, whoever is implementing need not to implement all. Here, selective. I can select whatever I want to implement. This is called as your, right? This is called as your, right? This is called as your, right? Interface with attribute. Clear? Interface with attribute. Everyone clear? Everyone clear? Interface with attribute? Yes. Done. SFDX. Perfect. SFDX. I'm seeing whether it's running fast or not. Perfect. SFDX. See how fast it's coming. Tuck, 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 tuck. Fine. That means now I can close my Visual Code and I can reopen it. VIS Visual Code. If things work, I'll show you. Right? Let's see. Control Shift P. Right? Control Shift P. Right? SFD. Right? Wait. SFDX. Okay. Create project. No, it's still not responding. Maybe I have to restart my system after installation. Then it'll respond. Right? It's not responding. Control Shift P. Right? Create project. Let me go to the app. Let us see whether what are the things that has been implemented, whether SFDX extension is been there or not, or it's got removed. Those who are thinking, what is this? Please ignore it. Those who are not able to understand what I am trying to do and what is this SFDX, why is typing SFDX update and everything, forget it, right? You don't need to understand this now, right? This is something extra that we are doing because somebody asked, so I'm doing it. Oh man, what happened? Okay, let's wait till my extension comes in. Okay, right, right. Okay, it is here, right? So that's good. Let me type Salesforce, SALESFORC force, search Salesforce extension. Oh, it's already installed, no? Right? Uninstall, right? Install. I'm installing it. Let it install the latest because my, see, you can create Aura components, Visual Force components. You can create Lightning Web component. For Lightning Web components required. See, now it's installing. Those who are not able to understand, just watch the movie and enjoy. That's it. If you think that your whatever is happening, it's bouncing, don't worry. You're watching a Malayalam movie. So with the pictures, whatever you can understand, understand. It's installing. Let's wait. Right? By the way, okay. See, now it's coming up. See that? Now it's working. On the top, I got standard empty analytics. That's a project. Create project was not working, no? So now it's working. Because I just created my SDX, then all the updated version has to be reinstalled. Perfectly fine. Now it's working. Right? Now it's working. So file, close the folder. Let us open your old folder then. It will work. Closing the folder. File, open folder. Which folder? Your LT96. 96 or 97? Okay, here it is, 96. This is the folder. Select folder. Perfectly fine. Right now, let it wait. Let's wait. It's loading. Control Shift P. Create project. Create project. Create project. Not
One
responding.
question: real time,
Yep,
will you
tell
use
me.
the developer
That depends.
console or
That depends. If you are using LWC, then yes, you have to. There we came. See, whatever project you want to create, standard project. What is the project name? LIGHTNING Lightning PRJ. Lightning Project 96. Enter. System is creating. Where is the folder? Where do you want to save this project? Under LT96 folder, right? Under MV Microsoft Visual Course Project 96. For LWC, it's compulsory. LWC, it's compulsory. For Lightning, it's not compulsory. In real time, we used, at least my company uses developer console. So now see that running SFDX create project. It's running the command. It's creating a project. Wait, let it create a project. People who are looking at it and in a confusion or with eye, think you're watching a Malayalam movie today or a Bengali movie, which you don't understand. But at least by hero action, heroine action, see now it created a project. Wait, it created a project, Lightning project, right? Lightning project. Control Shift P. Now SFDX, SFDX. Why it's not coming up? Still it's not sync. Still it's not sync. My project. Okay, Aura. Right click. Right. I can create a new file. Okay. This is where you will be creating it. See under Aura. Control Shift P. Right. There we go. Now it came. It takes time. What do you want? Lightning. LIG. Create Lightning web component. Right. I want Aura. AUR. Right. Create Aura component. Create Aura component. What is the name? Entire name. LC Lightning component underscore 1006 underscore EG1 underscore 3 underscore what, right? What is this? What are the name that we are giving? I'm following the same naming structure. Interface with attribute. 2 is there. No, no, I'm getting the third one. Okay. Control Shift P. Create Aura component. Right? Let us copy the whole name. Control C. Control Shift P. Create Aura component. It is -3. Press enter. Press enter. One Lightning component is getting created now. Wait. One system is now creating. See, under Aura, you see that system is creating a Lightning component, right? Component, same Aura component. Same command I will write here. What? LIGHTNING Lightning. Oh, it will give you little suggestion, but not all. LIGHTNING Lightning card. Lightning card. Same thing. The way you do there, I'm doing here. Lightning card, right? Lightning card. You see here also you have same thing, right? CS, it's for CSS. Design, SVG, see controller, helper, re-render, all are available here. One additional is called as meta. cmp.metaxml. Leave it. Your comp is there. Your controller is here. If you want to write a controller, you can write here controller. See my function here. I say call me. Same thing. The way we do. Same thing. That's what you do there. Lightning card title. Title equals to what? Right? Lightning interface. Lightning interface from MS Visual Code. Here component what? Implements what? Control C. Same thing, right? Lightning card. Then inside this I can directly use the attribute, right? Lightning what? Input. Label. It will not give you any hint. There is no goodness. Label equals to, right, name from VS Code. Value equals to what? Exclamation v dot in the interface. What I have created? v dot emp name. Lightning button. Lightning button. Label equals to, what is that? Label equals to submit. Submit. On click what? Exclamation c dot call me. Variant equals to success. Color will be green. Control S. Where it's saved? In the local system. In my local folder. The folder where I created, it's saved there. Now on click I have to write where? Controller. I go to the controller. On click. Same thing. Whatever I was showing in developer console, no difference. On click, what do you want to? Alert. Alert what? No, first get the data. Var nm equals to component dot get. Get what? v dot what? v dot emp name. Now alert what? Hi, this component was created from MS Visual Code. The data entered is, right, plus nm. Control S. Component is created. Now I want to push this component to my environment. I want to push this component to the environment. Right? I want to push this component to the environment. There's a lot of other things we have to do. We have to enable DevHub, create Scratch org, right? Control Shift P, right? First, I will, right, go ahead and authorize an org. What type of org it is? Sandbox, production org. Press enter. It will ask you for login now. Wait. Wait. It's asking for a login. It'll give an error. Don't worry, it's because I have not enabled DevHub in your environment. Rupam. RUPM. Rupam @ lt96.com, password crm1234 hash. DevHub is not activated. We require a DevHub to be activated for this. I'll say allow. Right, come here. Successfully ran. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Now I'm deploying it. Those who are not able to understand, watch it like a Malayalam movie, like a Bengali movie. Don't ask me why are you running this, because these are all part of your LWC classes. If error comes, we have to leave it because we have not yet set up the scratch org. See, org failed to run. Obviously, org failed to run. Right? Obviously, error. Right? This is how you write the program. No component named lightning card found. LIGHT. Oh, spelling mistake. LIGHTNING. Lightning. Control C, Control V, Control S. Lightning card. Now let's deploy. Deploy to the source org. It should be deploying, guys, without creating a dev hub. Sorry, even what you call it, scratch org. It should be right. Done. Gone. Now, what component I created? Now, directly I'll come to the app now. App. I will use the next. I will use _3. This is the one which I just created from Visual Code. Click on. I should be able to see a button. See, Lightning interface from MS Visual Code. Name from MS Visual Code. RUPOM Rupam. As soon as you click on submit, I should get an alert. Hi, this component was created for Microsoft Visual Code. The data entered is Rupam. Got? Whoever asked, can you show me? Okay. I don't know who requested. We created a component from where? From the Visual Code. From the Visual Code. How to create a component from a Visual Code environment. Same thing. Whatever we are doing here, no change. Copy paste. Same programming style is same. Only thing is that the tool is changed. Tool has changed. We created a component through a Visual Code. There the bundle was showing like this. Here the bundle is coming like this. There also CSS. You can write CSS. Your wish. That's the only difference. Otherwise, nothing.
Sir, a
Tool
small
change.
doubt. After deploying the file, can you find the Salesforce development
Yes, why
environment?
not? Yes, why not?
Is
File.
there any changes after
No change,
deployed there?
nothing. No change, nothing. See, I'm finding it. Find open lightning resource. Open lightning resource. I'm opening it. All the lightning resource will be here. No change. Meantime, it comes. You can also see here where it is. You can go to your setup, custom code, right? Scroll down, right? Look for, right? What is this? Lightning components. Click on lightning components. All the list of lightning components that you have created till this date will be seen here. See, everything, these many components we have created. What is today's date? What is today's
10th.
date? 10.
10th.
Look for this.
Last.
106, 306, 1006. See, 1006 example. This is LC, LC, LCC. This is what I created from where? The last second one I created from. No difference. It's taking time. That's the reason. Don't worry.
One
So no
question.
difference. Yes.
The application program we can code in the Visual Studio, or we need to do it only in the developer console?
Right. Application program you have to do in developer console. Component you can create there. Component you can create there. Lightning, sir, let's say interface. Can I create interface from here? Right. Control Shift P, INT, ER, right? Create aura interface. You can create aura interface. Nothing but lighting interface. Event, 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 right? EVE, no. AURA, aura. Control Shift P, Control Shift P, EVENT. See, aura event you can create. Application. Somebody asked, Rupam, can I create an application? Control Shift P, APPLI, right? You can create aura app also. Whatever you can create developer console, you can create. You can create an aura app also from there. Create an aura app. Same thing. SFDX, create aura app. Usually we do it from the developer console only. That's the easiest way, right? But if a company uses it, no programming change. Clear everyone? Clear everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Thank you. Yes.
Right. Those who are thinking what is happening, once we come there, right, to LWC classes, then you will be able to see, we will go deep inside this, how to set up this environment, what is this SFDX, how to handle the SFDX and everything. All these things we will check it out. Right. That's it for today. Tomorrow we will continue interface with event, interface with method. Tomorrow we'll complete. Interface with event, interface with method will complete. Okay. Then we will look for lightning token. Then we will look on how to call a lightning component in a Visual Force environment. Can I use a lightning in a Visual Force environment? Yes, we will see it how to do that. Right? And after that, your class will end. Probably your class end date would be somewhere on 16th. I told it 12. No, 2 more days I'm extending. Tomorrow, I will show you lightning interface with events and methods. Friday, I'll be showing you tokens, lightning tokens. Right? 15th, I'll be talking about how to take a lightning component out to a Visual Force environment. Right? 16th, we'll talk about interview questions and everything. I will give you some lightning requirements, some real-time requirements. And this will be your end of your lightning class. By now, you should be very confident to create any lightning component, right? To create a lightning components, and right, that's it. In lightning, the only thing is that you have to create a lightning components. That's the main thing. Using events, using interfaces, using token, right? All these you have to be able to use it, right? Let's meet tomorrow, same link. Have a nice and wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.
Rupa?
Yes, tell me.
One quick question. So in account overview, when you click that new button, it will show pop-up and it will allow you to input all the account information so that it will save the record, right? So how that pop-up will come up? I mean, when you click that new, we need to create in the same component itself, define it, and how we need to show the
We can
pop-up.
overwrite it. There are multiple ways. I'll show you. Don't worry. Right? I will show you modulus. Right? How I get a pop-up based. Right? Toast message. That's also I'll show you how to give a toast message that comes in a toasted format. Account created in a green and goes away. Toasted pop-ups. Don't worry.
Thank you.
So let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Have a nice and wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.